It's the most remarkable day in my life. The Holy Spirit is a voice that, one feels. You feel it more than you hear it. If you broke the rule, you could go for a walk in the weeds. At this time in my life, I was without fear. Back then, I was digging a deeper and deeper hole in my life. Detox. Have any of you been there? Hi, folks. It's another 903.8 day, and yep, it's detox time. Detox time. A little windy here today. Hopefully it won't bother it too much. It's better than rain anyway, so I'm hiding from my family. I was just hiding from my family. I didn't want them to know that I was a cocaine dealer and crack addict. Good grief. That couldn't be shared with anyone, especially my children. Well, my children did know that something was off with me, and they didn't abandon me. My family got together and staged an intervention for me. As I look back on this memory, I was loved by them. And they still love me now. Thank goodness. But, I looked the other way because the evilness was still in me. The evilness of the evil one's hook in my soul was still in me. Back to the staged intervention I had, my family cared about me, and that's why they had the intervention, was to help me. Well, I agreed to go to detox. There's that name again, detox word. And they took me there. They weren't about to let me go there by myself. They had no trust, and they were right. I went there with the plan to get out as quickly as possible, carrying an invisible sign with me that said, "I'm cured." I didn't exactly know that when you checked in, you're locked in for 72 hours. You couldn't leave. You could not leave that facility. I found out early that you can't kick back and watch TV there asleep because the center is full of people that were throwing up, cussing with vulgar language, screaming, yelling, pounding, kicking. I managed to play the cure game though, and after 72 hours I was released. I was able to arrange a ride home with someone that I knew would have crack. Now, how convenient was that? Guess what? 20 minutes later, I had my fix. I was smoking crack again. And I was informed then that I was evicted. All my stuff was in a storage center. All this happened while I was in detox. I had no home. At that time, I was still an addict, and I had no home. What else could go wrong? Addicts typically don't want to hear sermons or hear about God. When they have drugs, basically their world is good then, had drugs. But they all want help during withdrawals, hoping to get clean. All addicts promise to, change their lives and ways and start a new life. Most of them don't, or maybe if they do, once they get their first paycheck or their money, then guess what? They revert back, getting drugs, back in the darkness again. I was one of them. Remember this, 2 Thessalonians 3:3, but the Lord is faithful, and He will establish you and guard you. Establish you and guard you against the evil one. Addiction. We must remember to cling to these promises through life's storms, like addiction of any kind. I tried to set up a correlation between an infected soul with evil, an individual, me, that changed their life, me, in an instant by accepting Jesus in my heart and correlating that with those out there that could stop their addiction now. I know anyone out there can do that. He's waiting for you right now to change you. It's so easy. Okay. What is 903.8, or what does that mean? Here are a few clues. It's not a latitude or a longitude. It's not a postal zip code. It has something to do with the air. With air. That's it, folks. Stay tuned for the finale, part 4. I was chosen. I was chosen.
Are you an addict? Maybe you don't want your children to know that. Maybe you don't want your parents to know that. Maybe you just don't care. Maybe you don't want cured. God cares. All it takes is one step. Give God your heart to Him through Jesus, and you can stop addiction of any kind. Parents, start children off on the right way they should go, and even when they are old, they will not turn from it. Proverbs 22:6. If you have questions about recycling your heart, come to the Greeley Vineyard Church or Google the Vineyard USA website and find a church near you. Contact them and there will be someone there to help you.